Very important video topic for today. Supporting a man's success isn't going to ruin yours. That is the topic for the video. Very important video topic. So in this life, right, as a man, right, you should never be afraid to congratulate the next man's success. Now, in this life, it's good to be positive when you see the next person or man winning, okay? You can never go wrong being positive, okay? In this life, you know, females, that trait of jealousy is for females. Now, I'm not saying as a man you can't get jealous, but I want you to understand you must have the ability to control that emotion, because the same thing any man can do, you can do it too. That's the mentality you got to have as a man. Like, if a man is doing something great, the Most High has given all men the ability to be great. Okay, so if the next man is doing better than you, all that means is, okay, I have to improve, I have to get on that man's level. Don't be jealous, don't be envious. Congratulate that brother, like, good shit, I ain't gonna lie, you sliding. That's the realest shit you could do. You know, hating, all that other shit is not gonna do nothing, right? Because God gave every man the ability to self-improve and level up. And this is the cold truth. Men hate on the next man because they see something within that man that they don't have. And in this life, it's certain shit that other men have within them that you just don't have within yourself. However, you have different skills, attributes, and traits that make you stand out from the next man. So it's no point in hating on the next man, because every man is different and unique in their own way. So that's how I look at it. That's how I want you guys to look at it, because it's no reason to hate on the next man. If a next man is rich and successful, trust and believe you can do the same thing he does. It just takes discipline, focus. It takes a lot of hard work, action, faith, time, and energy to achieve what the next man is achieving. Anything is possible in this life. Nothing is impossible. Everything is achievable, as long as you believe it and know it in your mind. Okay, so you can never go wrong congratulating the next man on his success, or giving the next man props, whether it be fresh, he got a new car, his business or YouTube is exploding. Right now, one thing I want to point out, regardless of what I'm saying, there's always going to be haters, right? But I want you as a man to not be a hating ass nigga. I want you to be a nigga who's congratulating the next man, whether he's up above you or you're above him. Congratulate that man for the small upgrades or improvements he's making on his life, right? You can never go wrong sending positive energy to a man who's building himself up, even if he's not on your level, or even if you're not on his level. Congratulate him. If he got a better car than you, hey, that shit fire, good shit. You can never go wrong with that shit, cuz that is going to make men respect you, because you as a man, once you understand your power, once you understand how powerful you are, you know that you can get whatever the next man is getting, right? See, a lot of men, they are feminine and they think they cannot do what the next man is doing or get what the next man is getting, but they don't understand that they have to sacrifice and let go of certain things to get that. And a lot of boys aren't willing to do that, so this is why they start to hate. But they can do whatever the next man is doing. It's just you have to work just as hard as the next man to achieve what he is achieving in this life. So in this life, every man is different in their own way. Every man has their own talent, skills, abilities, right? Every man has their own style, swag. Every man physical features are different. So every man has their own unique traits that make them special or valuable. So you should never be concerned or jealous of what the next man got. You know, that's a female trait, right? If any man is jealous of what the next man got, it's because he's not working hard. And that's the cold truth. Usually men who achieve or accomplish great things in this life, they get hate from men who aren't actually improving and trying to better themselves. Because let me tell you something, when you're a man who is improving, whether you got it or not, but you know you put in the work, you have no problem in supporting or congratulating the next man, simply because you are improving and you know eventually you're going to catch up and get to his level or above, right? So it's no point in hating, you know, congratulating, like, I ain't gonna lie, good shit, I love what you do, you know, that shit was fire, congratulate him. There's no reason, fuck that man, you think he fresh, there's no point, bro. That man, he knows he's fresh, right? That man knows he's that nigga, and you know it too, right? But you're projecting that negativity, that hate, because you aren't putting in the work like him. See, when you are working as a man, I don't give a fuck if you got it right now. I don't give a fuck if you ain't rich yet, but you grinding. It don't matter what the next man got, right? The next man can have more than you, more money than you, but this and that. it doesn't matter because you know you are grinding, and eventually you're going to get what that man has. It's just going to take time. Every man has their time when they're going to shine. So you know that as a man because you are working on yourself, right? But men who aren't really working on themselves, gaining any type of discipline, aren't getting focused, those are the men who hate on the next man because they got what they got out of life through hard work, determination, right? Action, discipline, right? Dedication. Men who hate on other men, right? And we're going to say boys who hate on men, they hate on men because they aren't working on themselves, right? When you're working on yourself, I don't give a fuck if you broke right now. I don't give a fuck if you ain't got it right now. When you are working on yourself as a man, right, you're not going to complain or hate on the next man because it's no point. You know eventually if you keep working, you're going to get to where that man is at in life, or you're going to get to his level or better because you're improving. So every man can improve, every man can get better, but a lot of boys aren't willing to do that, so they get mad at the next man for trying to get better, when in reality they can do what the next man is doing. So it's some female traits that's got going on. I'm not saying you're not going to feel some type of way about the next man getting this or the next man getting that. I'm not saying that, bro. That's not what I'm saying. But always know this: when you develop this mentality, you'll never lose. Like, okay, shit, he got that over me right now. No competition shit, right? He got that over me. I just gotta work harder than him to achieve that. That's it. And you can do it. The same thing the next man is doing, you can do. Whatever the next man is doing, you can do. Whatever the next man achieves, accessory wise, like cars, with clothes, houses, you can do the same shit. You just gotta put in more work than him. Alright? So in this life, men who achieve the most, it's because they do the most. Boys who complain, hate, jealous, envy, those gonna be the ones who stay the same, right? So boys will hate on men who have something accomplished or built for themselves because they aren't working on themselves. But when you a man, you know you working on yourself, you're not gonna hate on the next man, even if you ain't got it right now. But you know eventually you gonna get it just like him, and then that's the end of it. You feel me? So it's no point in hating on the next man, bro. Fuck it. He up. Let him be up. He clearly up for a reason. He working, ain't it? You hating on him because you ain't working. You can't get mad at the next man and hate when that man is working and you're not. That's feminine shit. That's some female shit, G. But see, in this life, when you are a man working regardless, whether you up or not, you know you grinding, G. So the next man getting some type of clothes, accessory, money, cars, women shouldn't bother you because you know you grinding and working on yourself, and eventually you're going to be just like him, right? I want y'all to start getting inspired by other men. Don't hate on them. Hating does nothing, bro. Hating, it's just letting you know what type of nigga you is, because when you are hating on the next man, it's because you are lacking something that man has. However, it doesn't mean you can't acquire or achieve what he has. Always know that. That's how you got to look at that shit, G. So as a man, you must improve. When you are grinding, I don't give a fuck if you down bad, but you know eventually you gonna get up because you grinding. When you know that shit, you can never hate on the next man. When you see the next man doing great things, it's gonna make you motivated or inspired to be great just like him. That's the ability that men have, right? Females hate and jealousy and all that. Yeah, as a man in this life, you're gonna feel those emotions, but always know this: whatever the next man is doing, I can do, and I probably could do it better. That's the mentality you gotta develop. All is the mind, G, right? So boys hate on men because they aren't working or improving in this life. But when you are a man who is working and improving, it doesn't matter what the next man has over you. You know eventually you are going to catch up. You know your time is going to come because you're grinding. So when you see the next man getting this and getting that, you see him getting that type of hoes, it's going to make you, oh shit, I'm inspired, I'm motivated, I'm trying to get right myself so I could be like him or better. That's true masculinity. I want you guys to not be one of them niggas who hate on niggas. Like, believe it or not, it's always gonna be hating ass niggas, but I want you to be the nigga that ain't hating, but is congratulating the next man for his success, what he's accomplished through his hard work, and get motivated and inspired off his work ethic, right? Get motivated and inspired by what he does. Get motivated and inspired by what he has achieved in his life. Don't hate on him, because hating ain't gonna do nothing, bruh. Be a nigga who get hated on. Don't be a nigga who hating on the next nigga. You feel me? So I'm gonna wrap this shit up, man. I love you guys so much. Y'all stay tuned for more content. And yeah, thug walk out, gang.